Welcome back to the channel. Thank you for clicking on the video. This is another episode of While I Was Out. Whole lot of mess while I was out in these streets. In these social media streets, that is, not the literal streets. We in the house because it's a pandemic. First things first. Lanithia Nene Leakes has been dropped by her entire team. I'm talking her attorneys dropped her. Manager dropped her. Like, PR dropped her. Anybody that was on payroll, they've excused themselves. It's ironic. It's ironic. It's almost like it's sorry to that lady, because she was on this whole let's cancel Bravo. Black women, why y'all supporting Bravo? This, that, and the third. They racist, all of these accusations. And she wanted us all to hop on the bandwagon and, ride off into the sunset with her. And no. Similar to what Monique did, when she wanted us all to just boycott Netflix. It's like, no. No, ma'am. I mean, the situations are different. Like, what Monique was dealing with and what she went through is completely different than what Nene is dealing with now. Because Nene's situation, I feel like she brought on herself. She's not a likable person, I would say. Outside of the show, behind the scenes and that sort of thing, she's, I guess, difficult. We don't like to throw out difficult when I don't like to use that word when I am describing another black woman, because it's already, we have it hard enough. And what I'm not finna do is throw that on you. I'm not finna label you difficult, because it sticks with you. She will probably always be looked at as someone that's probably not going to be the most easy person to deal with or work with. So that ain't a good look, for people to just think you difficult. So, but in Nene's case, she brought it on herself. Everybody done dropped her. It's her going after Bravo, I'm sure, and the powers that be. You want to, go after them and sue and that sort of thing. Like, you want all of this, you want all these reparations for, what you deem as, discrimination or whatever. You want all of that. You want all of that back from the same people, that you dragging. Like, you want them to pay you, but you don't want to, do your part. You don't want to be, an easy person to work with. Like, you can't be, not to say roll over and let, the powers that be or anybody, who's your subordinate, you don't want them to walk over you or anything like that. But you also don't want to be difficult. You also don't want to be that person that's not easy to work with, that's not coachable, that you can't really, produce. You don't want that. And she came to that point. She done got way too big for her britches. And felt like she was, she nobody was going to dispose of her. And that's the furthest thing from the truth. I think everybody needs to realize that with any job, with any of these jobs, y'all, they will replace you tomorrow if something happens to you. They don't care about you like that. They do not care. Like, my husband's job, like, they like to say that they're family, that sort of thing. And I have to always reiterate for him, they not your family. Don't get it twisted. Don't get too comfortable with these people thinking that you a family and that they, got your back and that won't nothing happen to your job. Because trust me, it will. If they wanted to. They want to get rid of you, they will. They're going to find a way, like, that's what these big corporations and these big companies, that's what they do. That's why a lot of companies and a lot of places, they be having these high turnaround rates, that sort of thing, because they don't care. Their bottom line is the money. And when you are acting like you don't want to make money for them no more, then bye, you can get the boot. And that's essentially what Nene is dealing with right now. She just can't catch a break. For one, though, our last encounter with her, on Housewives, she at the reunion just slammed her computer down and she was out of there. And so you behave like that and think that the people should pay you more? Pay you for what? Pay you for what? And in a minute, we're going to get to a place where we don't even know who Nene is. She don't want that. Like, she's already, like, dwindling. If the people don't talk about you enough, we're fickle out here in these social media streets. And so they'll just move on to the next, and we'll find a new, reality TV favorite. Yeah, she couldn't possibly, want to keep her job or want to, go back there and work with the way she carrying on. She can't possibly think that she can just step foot back on the set and, all is well, and everybody has just forgotten how she's drugged, Bravo and Andy and all of that and all them people over there for the past, year or so. So, sorry, Nene. Maybe she can, get some representation. Maybe somebody will see it, and feel bad for her and feel like, I'll get on the team. I don't know what, I don't know where you're going to be working at or how you're going to be paying me, but maybe somebody will step in and turn her life around, because she need Olivia Pope. She need Olivia Pope to come on in and fix it, because it's not looking good for Nene. It's looking like Nene ain't gonna work again. It's looking like Nene ain't gonna never be on reality TV again. Like, she tried to do the acting, Glee and all. Like, there was a time when Nene was like on top. There really was. When she was on The Apprentice, when she was on Glee. She had a show too, right? The New Normal. They was giving her opportunities and she squandered it. Thinking that she was just so, she thought she was that girl. And they showed you, girl. You was that girl, but somebody else can be that girl too. Moving on, we got some Black History Month hoopla. It's off to a great start, and I mean that very sarcastically because people are showing out. I'm sure that everybody has seen the Gorilla Glue Girl come across their I was gonna say television screen, but she ain't been on my TV screen, but she been on the phone screen. All over the internet, we have seen Gorilla Glue Girl. We know her name now. Her name is Tessica Brown, so we're not gonna call her Gorilla Glue Girl. She's Tessica Brown. Tessica Brown, if you are not familiar, she is a young lady, not a young lady, because she's like 40. She's grown. Like her big ass age. She was carrying on like this. But anyway, she did her hair. It was cute. She did a little ponytail. And like most black girls, we want that sleek look when we, trying to slick it down. It's not enough to just brush it back when you're trying to do a pony. Like, it needs to be sleek and slick. And so she had got to be glue spray. That's something popular that people use when, laying these wigs or whatever the case may be. You want it to hold. A lot of people go and get got to be glue. She ran out of that. And so instead, she went and got Gorilla Glue. Like, not the Gorilla Snot. The Gorilla Glue. Like the adhesive. The stuff that you glue in wood and that you're doing, household projects with. She put that on her hair. It comes in a spray as well. And she sprayed that on her hair. And for a month or some change, sis couldn't get her hair out of that hairstyle. Her hair was glued to her head. And so she took to social media, to give us advice and to give us the disclaimer. Listen, y'all, if you was thinking about trying it, don't try it. Thing is, though, sis, you was the only one thinking about doing that. None of us thought about. Did you think about doing that? Did you think about doing that? And none of us thought about doing that. But sis thought she needed to tell us, listen, guys, it don't work. It's gonna stick to your hair forever. Don't use Gorilla Glue. Nobody else needed to know that. Maybe she was trying to convince herself of that. I don't know, but She used it and her hair was stuck to her head. And everybody and everybody on the internet and in the social media world, we were all like concerned. I know I was concerned. I was very concerned for her because I have been there. I had a friend do a quick weave on my hair one time in college, and she used a little bit too much glue, hair glue. And my hair was like matted, like in a ball right here when I tried to take it out. My husband now, but my boyfriend at the time, and see, this is when I fell in love. Or I should say, this is when I knew you the one. You my person. Because, story time. She put the glue was so, clumped up right there. I couldn't comb it out. Like he tried, I tried. We had conditioner up there. I was calling my mom, who is a hairstylist, like, I need help with this. And I cried and cried trying to get that hair untangled, and it would not do it. It would not budge. It would not. And so I understand what that's like, having that glue in your hair. And that was hair glue, supposed to be in your hair, but it's not. I don't, that's for the weft of your track, not to actually have on your hair. And so it was on my hair, and I had to cut that whole big old chunk. I had to cut it out right here. And then luckily I had to go to work the next day like that. I cried all day at work. All day at work, I got teary-eyed every time I looked at myself. And people were so supportive. Like, it amazes me how women rally together when, this sort of thing happens. And not just black women, white women too. Everybody rallied around me. like we did for Tessica, to make me feel better about myself. Because, like, your crown is your glory. Like the hair, our hair, black women won't play. We don't play about our tresses. And so when that happened to me, I was devastated. And so I was devastated for Tessica seeing it. Because I was thinking, oh my God, she gonna lose all her hair. Like, what's gonna happen? There was even a picture circulating around with this woman, and it wasn't her, where she was bald all over. Except for around, the edges, around the edges a little bit. She had a little bit of peach fuzz on the edge. But she was bald. And, they were circulating that picture as if it was her. And I thought it was. And when I saw the picture, that hurt my feelings even more. But we have found out that she was finally able to get it all out, get the glue out. She's out of the woods. Thank God. We can thank Dr. Michael Obang, a black man. So that's why this is some black history. This is the black history portion, because he looked out. He looked out for sis. He did it free of charge. He's a Beverly Hills plastic surgeon. I read somewhere where he came to the States with $200. Guess how much he worth now, y'all? $8 million. God is good. God is good. And hard work pays off. He did this for free. Now he is all over the internet. Sis, slide him your number, sis. Is he single, sis? Are you single, sis? Because that would be my way in. That would be my way in if I was her. Because, girl, get to the bag, sis. Get to the bag. Use this as an opportunity to shoot your shot. You know what I mean? Like, and not just because he worth $8 million, but that's a good man to just step on in and help you out like that for free. For free. He doing free Brazilian butt lifts and breast lifts and stuff. Cause listen, I'm in need too, Dr. Obang. More in Black history. Urban Outfitters. And I wish I could show y'all this, but see, I ain't finna be putting nothing up here and getting my page flagged or nothing like that. That has happened to me, y'all. I'm new at this, and already somebody with the mess. I don't know whether it was reported or if, the YouTube robot scanned everything and saw that I had posted, that I had put up a thumbnail that wasn't particularly flattering to that particular cast member of the show, I'm gonna just tell y'all. So y'all remember when I did that video, when I was reviewing the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. So I did that, and I remember posting to Facebook, oh, this gonna be the thumbnail. It was a picture of Mary, where in this episode she had this wig on and her like big dookie braids was hanging out underneath like this. And so I screenshot it on my TV and I put it on Facebook, like, oh, this gonna be the thumbnail. Made it my thumbnail. Within an hour, it was down. Not the video, but the thumbnail was down. And I kept putting it back like, I know I put it up there. Then I got the email from the YouTube community saying that it violated community guidelines. It was something, and it had nothing to do with the guide. The guideline was like nudity and sexual, nudity or sexual, something like that. It had to do with sex and nudity. It was a picture of a lady with a bad wig and her hair sticking out. So I'm trying to figure out, what about that was sexually explicit? I know one of y'all reported it, but that's all right. That's all right. That's all right. Same thing. That just happened to Funky Dineva. His page was terminated. I mean, his channel was terminated. People really will hate on you. I ain't buying no robot. I'm not buying a YouTube robot, none of that. Because I feel like with scanning that's what you got. It was just a bad picture. And I really feel like somebody went and reported it. But anyway, saying all that to say, that's why I'm not going to show y'all what Urban Outfitters did. But they have a line of, or they have, I don't know if they partner with somebody, but they have a line of HBCU hoodies. And when I say they are the most rinky-dink hoodies I've ever seen in my life, compared to the big old Harvard Law, or they had a few. They have a few PWIs as well, but their hoodies are, graphically, aesthetically, they just look better. They didn't take no time with these HBCU hoodies. It's given Etsy. It's given Wishlist. It's not, or should I say wish.com. It's not given, who are the people that make good hoodies? I'm gonna just say Jan Sport. I know they make book bags, but it's not giving professional. It's not giving nothing. It's just not giving. And I don't like that. Don't half-ass the HBCUs, Urban Outfitters. And so, Black Twitter had a field day and drugged the people. Because if you're not going to do it right, then just keep it. On top of that, I'm tired of seeing the same ones. Like, guys, there are so many other HBCUs. Why is it that we only want to recognize the same little few? FAMU, Howard, North Carolina A&T. Like, we own Spelman, Clark, Morehouse. Although they're great schools, we love to see it. It's an HBCU, so I'm supporting it regardless. But I don't ever see mine, and it be hurting my feelings because my school got some rich history. Okay? Google my founder, Dr. Mary McLeod Bethune. The Dr. Mary McLeod Bethune. Google her, okay? If you don't know who she is, because I run into people, Bethune. Who is that? What's that? It's always white people. Some black people are like that too that don't know. I've never heard of that school. I'm so disappointed. But Urban Outfitters, come again, try again. I really wish that I could just put it up here because y'all got to see it. Y'all have got to see them hoodies. Very generic. It's terrible. It's like, who designed the hoodies? Do y'all just not care? Like, could we have even gotten them in the right colors? No. Just a plain old gray hoodie with the school across the front. Like that. Like, that's it. But they're Harvard sweatshirts. Harvard all over the arm, from this side of the arm to this side of the arm. It's nice and big and pretty. Whatever, y'all. Last thing. Oh no, I have an honorable mention on here. But Aunt Jemima is no longer Aunt Jemima. You guys have complained so much. So much so that them people done changed the name. And see, I didn't have no issues, no qualms, no none of that with the original packaging. If I let Generation Z tell it, we should be offended by everything. They are literally offended by everything. Everything has to be canceled. Everything has to be called into question. Aunt Jemima was just not one of them things. Okay, it's a black woman who, it's a mammy. Yeah, we get it. But she been there. Nobody cared before that. Now, all of a sudden, since we on this whole cancel culture, we in a cancel culture, it's almost as if people are just going out there trying to find something to nitpick and, pull apart and cancel. Aunt Jemima is now Pearl Milling Company. Who the is Pearl? I know Amy Jemima, and that syrup is, hopefully they didn't change, any ingredients or anything like that, because listen, the syrup is good. That's the only syrup I buy. It's so good. It's so good. Sometimes I buy like the real pure maple syrup, but Aunt Jemima is hidden, and I'm upset that the name has changed. And I'm probably, I probably should be on the whole, no, they shouldn't do that. They should know, that's tone deaf. They should know, that wasn't appropriate or whatever. But I just don't care. Like, that shit just don't bother me. Why does it bother y'all? Why did the syrup and the pancake box bother you so? Why? I mean, it's so many other products out here that we could do the same thing with. Like, if that's the case, y'all make them folks change the name to Cracker Barrel. Are y'all gonna do that? No. I mean, I eat Cracker Barrel. Listen, the what's it called? Hash brown casserole. 2 thumbs up because it's the best. I love that hash brown casserole, but still, y'all make them change the name, because now people are studying the whole logo and saying that on the R that loops around to one of the other letters, it's supposed to be a noose or it's supposed to be a whip. It's just like, y'all just, at this point, all of y'all are just reaching for the stars. Go ahead and reach. Go ahead and reach. I'm mad y'all done changed the name to Pearl Milling Company, because that sounds real country. I don't like it. Don't like it. Don't like it at all. This honorable mention, though, because it's blowing me. It is really blowing me. There's a governor. There's this guy running for governor in where is he at? I wrote it down, but I didn't write it down on this. I'll have his name right though in the description. But anyway, he's running for governor. He's a black man, and I want to say he's running for governor in California. Oh my goodness, I don't know where he's running for governor, y'all. And I'm supposed to be bringing the tea and bringing the news. Just forget it. Anyway, he wants to get rid of Black History Month. And that's a part of his whole platform, getting rid of Black History Month. He feels like all people deserve to feel revered, within their community or whatever. And so he wants to come up with All People Month. That's every day, B. That's every day. And another thing, he's not even, I think he's from Africa. So I think he's like Nigerian American or something like that. He's not even an African American. he is directly from the continent of Africa, you know, somewhere in there. I don't know where, or whether he was born there and moved here or not, but he's not African American. He black, but you know what I mean. When I say African American, that means us. That means the people that were born here in America, but we are of African descent. So yeah. But anyway, he want to do the all lives matter type of thing. And who are you? Who are you to tell other African Americans that we shouldn't celebrate our blackness and we shouldn't celebrate what our ancestors, you know, went through and how far we've come? Like, who are you to say all of those things? Like, you, especially if he was, you know, born over in Africa and, you know, just moved, you know, along the way. You don't even know this plight. You don't even know this plight. And so the nerve of you to try to get rid of something like that. Where when you can go back to where you from and you're celebrated and all of those things, and there is no need for Black History Month over in Africa. But here, yeah, because they wanted to erase it from our history in America. And so, yeah, we got to have it. We got to have it. If them people vote him in, I know something. I'm a have his name right in the description, but I did not write it down and I can't remember. So he's a non-factor anyway. I hear my stomach growling. Do y'all hear it? I ain't ate nothing yet. Talk about intermittent fasting. I wasn't trying to fast. I just been trying to get my child in his class all morning, and it wasn't working out. So now he's got to make some stuff up. It's just, virtual learning is ghetto. Okay? It's ghetto. Would not recommend. 0 stars. All of that. 2 thumbs down. 2 thumbs down for the virtual learning. But that was it for while I was out. I do hope you enjoyed. I'm going to try to, I'll be scouring the internet some more to come back and bring you guys some more mess, because we love the mess. Be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. It's Call Me Busby, and I'll chat with you later. Peace and light.